Well, how about NASCAR overall? You've been in and out of the sport for many, many years. Do you like the direction where it's going?
I do. Yeah. One of the reasons why I loved working at Chip Ganassi Racing, but after 10 and a half years, it wasn't the team that kind of had me wanting to take a break. It was the sports themselves, NASCAR, IndyCar, the sports car series we were in, because I just kept watching them do the same thing and getting the same results. There was no growth. There was no new thinking. There was none of that happening. And then I left for 3 years. And, now I can tell you that at least on the NASCAR side, it's totally changed. And I think that is credit to Steve Phelps, to the France family on the movement that they have. Are they there 100% yet? Absolutely not. Are there things that need to be worked on? Yes. But when you look at things like the Clash at the Coliseum, trying something in a stadium like that as an exhibition. When you look at the Chicago street race that we just had this year, amazing event, first street race ever for NASCAR. When you look at things like Bubba's Block Party, which is a NASCAR initiative that we heavily support, and, some of the other things that they're doing in gaming, I just think they're starting to take risks and chances and think differently. And that was what was missing from why I think motorsports and NASCAR started to have that dip of interest, because it was just the same. And there's a lot of upside. There's a lot of things that from a team standpoint, would I love to not have 70 or 80% of our revenue be corporate sponsorship and have it be 30, 40%? Yes, I would. That would be a big help to keep teams healthy and to deliver more value to our partners, because we wouldn't need to ask them for as much investment and they could put more towards marketing dollars. So a lot of things still need to change. But now that there's a sense of innovation and risk taking on the sport, on the sanctioning body or NASCAR's part, I think there's a big upside.
I agree. The Winter Classic for hockey is like 20 plus years old, right? And it was obvious doing something different, something outdoor. Baseball most recently, with the Field of Dreams games, these things are just home runs. And having this history in the sport, just kept watching and waiting and wondering when it's not
right.
that, not only is it not that scary to do something innovative, fans are craving it. It delivers for TV. And yeah, that Chicago race, loved it. The Coliseum, loved that too.
This new race car we have, right? They developed what they call the next gen car. And now you see, we just ran a global superstar named Kamui Kobayashi in our car in Indianapolis. He's a ex-Formula One driver, has won the 24 Hours of Le Mans. He would have never really been able to come and be competitive in an old NASCAR. But this car is more like a traditional race car, still very difficult, very different, don't get me wrong. But he had the Australian supercar champion come and win the Chicago street race. And you've seen Jenson Button, a Formula One champion. Like we had Travis Pastrana run with us at the Daytona 500 and finish 11th. And
wow.
So we're doing the program with Travis. We did the program with Kamui because that brings that additional fan base. Travis Pastrana has millions and millions of followers watching him do his, from his X Games history and his global rallycross stuff. And Kamui from Japan has a whole international following. And now I hope that they know what 2311 is and maybe they pay attention. So all those parts and pieces of the puzzle are things that make a difference when you put it all together.